Hello, everybody. Hi, Susan. It's Thirsty Thursday. We're kind of excited about this one in particular because this is going to be the first Thirsty Thursday that will turn around not only as a video that you'll be watching on LinkedIn or perhaps YouTube, but also we're adding this to our podcasting pacing, right, Susan?
Yes, we are. Taking some of our own advice around making things more accessible in different formats and repurposing the out of your own content. So Every Friday we'll drop this on podcast for those who prefer the audio medium at 4 a.m. because we like a kitschy theme.
Yes, we do love a theme. So let's get started. Let's start off with something serious, something that I wanted to talk about this because you wrote a post on LinkedIn this week about what happened in London, Ontario. Why don't you tell me a little bit about, you wanted to say something about this.
Yeah, it took me a while, and that's the crux of it. It took me a while to find my words for it, but it was an unsettling week because this week, for those who missed it in the news story, there was a hate crime in London, Ontario. It was a 20-year-old boy in a pickup truck who ran over and killed a family, a visible minority family that was Muslim. So, and then I think the startling part was that the police confirmed that this was in fact a sort of extremist motivated racial / religion, like phobia. So, I mean, that kind of hit close to home for a number of reasons. And I didn't know what to say. And Will, I'm very quick to have an opinion and then admit I'm wrong if I'm wrong. But I've always got something to say about stuff. But it took me a really long time to wrap my head around this for a few reasons. One is that the member of the family that was left behind is a 9-year-old boy, which is also the age of my child. And the fact that salwar kameez that they were wearing, which is an outfit, like a tunic with pants, is basically something that we've all worn in South Asia. And you're like, just that outfit made you run over someone. This could have been anyone, right? So anyway, all this to say that I find this is a truly horrible moment in Canadian history. I think that 95% of people probably don't know what to say or how to help or what to do with this. And my request is say something, make this count towards whatever your purposes are. Nobody wants for this to happen or this to be, this in light of the fact that a couple of weeks ago, there was the discovery of the 215 graves with the Indigenous children. It's a grim and heavy time. And I think as brands, we have to get used to the fact that the world is going to uncover a lot of unpleasant stuff. And we just need to have some wording. You need to articulate yourself better in the light of it.
Yeah. And what we always say too, when these stories hit the news, being quick to pause maybe automations that might seem insensitive going out that day is the very least you could do. And like you said, these big companies, big brands have a team of people who know how to respond for the most part quickly and change things up and write something on the go. So I hear what you're saying. And I do agree that we're in a time where you just have to address these things. And luckily for big brands, they have a team of people who can be thoughtful and right. For smaller companies and brands or independents and entrepreneurs, it gets a little harder. But I think people are getting there. Okay,
it's worth spending time on.
Okay, let's talk quickly about something I saw in the Twitter feeds about Pride. Of course, Pride is embraced. It's a wonderful month of rainbow flags everywhere, right? Yay, we love seeing that. It's like it's almost as decorated up as Christmas these days. A lot of people, though, have an issue because Pride started as a political movement, and they feel like this is kind of that corporate usage of Pride just to sell and that sort of thing. So there's
appropriation. Yeah,
you got it. Keep your pride. Hashtag Keep Your Pride is an organization. It was started by a different organization, but this is their campaign. It's calling out in the States specifically big companies that stick a rainbow on their logo for Pride Month, but donate to anti-LGBTQ politicians. This is a big deal in some red states because right now there's a huge backlash against progress that's been made, and there's a ton of anti-trans, anti-gay kind of bills that have been passed, that are being passed in some of those red states. That's quite awful. So this campaign is meant to call out corporations that have donated to anti-LGBT politicians while also saying, we love gays. So
Right.
Yeah, some of the biggest offenders, I was reading the list to you, AT&T, NBC Universal, Anheuser-Busch, I always say that wrong. I can't remember. But if you go to hashtag Keep Your Pride, you can see what they're trying to do. And I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's the age of accountability. Information is available to people, and people are putting their time and effort into compiling this stuff and putting this information together. I think it's awesome. I think companies need to take the stuff they throw around as tokenism a bit more seriously and follow through, right? Yeah.
Moving on to a topic we've talked about before, NFTs. This is a full circle moment for me. I've talked about this before. My first time I went on Clubhouse, I see Lindsay Lohan is hosting a room about NFTs and cryptocurrency, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to this. It was fascinating. The woman sounded very educated on the topic, and I was like, Lohan, you are blowing my mind. She then went on to actually produce and sell her own, create, I should say, and sell her own NFTs. She sold her single as an NFT, her latest one, music single, because she does sing, for $85,000. In Interview Magazine, the link will be here, folks. You can check it out. She gives you a step-by-step how she creates NFTs. It's like 8 steps. It's interesting. It kind of gave me some insight into it. One of the points she made, Susan, that I think will resonate with you, she said that the NFT is about more than just that digital product. It's about a relationship between the creator and the buyer. So she talks a lot about communities, forming a community. Once you sell NFTs, empower other digital creators. It was a really interesting take on it, but I thought that would resonate with you because we spoke about that kind of with the Gary V designer collab NFT thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very interesting. I like some of this stuff that's going on right now, and I'm starting to get a nebulous grip on some of it. But yes, what your reference... I think the spotlight on the creators is really cool because back to that word nebulous, my nebulous understanding is this: as with everything else, there's the people who create and then there's the people who monetize from it. Sometimes they are the same person, not always, right? So that said, people are trying to make money off of NFTs because you can see why it would grow. But somebody needs to be creating these NFTs. Yeah. And that spotlight, I think I'm interested to see how more artists bring that intellectual property to that space.
Yeah. Right now, Lindsay was talking about how she has to work with another site group to create the NFT. She wants to actually become like the builder of the NFT. I don't know. Read the step-by-step guide from Lohan.
Go Lohan.
Okay. Lastly, 2 big stories in fashion that kind of broke the internet this week. And I want to know if you would wear either. Balenciaga's stiletto green Croc. Yes, the Croc. Balenciaga has made a stiletto worth over $1,000. And Kanye out to save the Gap. Their collaboration, the first piece was launched in a very Kanye way. It's like a round recycled nylon, $200, affordable by Kanye standards, jacket. And the Gap is leaning all in on this one. They've deleted everything on their Instagram feed except this jacket. This jacket's being projected on buildings. It's the only item of the collaboration that's been released. The rest will come later. It's very kind of like FOMO-y type style release, but you've seen them both. What do you think?
I think, the Balenciaga thing, it's cool. I am a sucker for it.
You like it. A lot of people hate it. You like it.
I like it. Would I wear it? No, I don't wear heels or Crocs. I'm good. Thank you. But I think it's interesting, it's about pushing the boundaries of things, and that one delivers for me. Is it on brand? Probably not, right? I mean, Crocs is all about flat and comfortable and whatever. The Gap thing, it's interesting. Their style has definitely changed. So this whole Kanye thing and this leaning all the way into this very minimal, very sort of unisex look. I think they're going in that direction. And then FOMO never fails. You know how we are. Like if you make me want this, then I will want it. Yeah. Would you wear it, Will?
Yeah. No. Younger me probably would have been more into the Kanye jacket. I'm curious to see the Yeezy style that is unattainable price-wise for a lot of people to be brought into the Gap. And I'm curious to see if the Gap will really lean all in and kind of their whole look will evolve to be more that way. Or is this just like one collection? I have to do a little more reading on it. So thanks everybody. That's Thursday Thursday. Check out the episode of the 4 a.m. report that came out this week. We talk about publishing. Bye, Susan. Have a good Thursday. I'm sure we'll be texting in no time again. Bye.